The Deputy Prime Minister, Senator Paul Dlamini, says the country prides itself in that endeavors to ensure that all Swazis, whether able-bodied or disabled, are afforded equal access to opportunities and rights. Dlamini says this is evidenced by the fact that the country's government is currently working on enacting the Persons with Disabilities Bill and already has in place the National Disability Policy of 2013. The Deputy Premier was speaking at the commemoration of the World Disability Day at the Mavuso Trade and Exhibition Center in Manzini. We have a report.
The International Day for People Living with Disabilities was adopted at the United Nations General Assembly of 1993. Swaziland has been commemorating this day annually since 1997. The day's theme this year is transformation towards a sustainable and resilient society for all. Speaking at the commemoration of the International Day for People Living with Disabilities at the Mavuso Trade and Exhibition Center, the Deputy Prime Minister, who was represented by the Minister for Economic Planning and Development, Prince Sihlangu Sembi, said people living with disabilities should not be looked down upon, as if afforded equal opportunities as well as chances, they can be as productive as able-bodied people.
It is therefore crucial that persons with disabilities be included in the mainstream of societal life by removing all types of barriers, including those relating to the environment, information and communication technology, or attitudinal barriers, education, health services, sports and recreation, and a raft of many other barriers.
The DPM says the proposed bill for persons living with disabilities of 2015, as well as the National Disability Policy of 2013, will empower people living with disabilities in Swaziland. The newly elected president of the Federation of Disabled in Swaziland, Sipho Dlamini, lauded the DPM's office for championing the cause of the country's disabled. He, however, asked that government consider affording those with disabilities free education until they complete high school. He says this is important because when parents are faced with the decision to choose which of their children to pay school fees for, oftentimes those with disabilities are sidelined because the general perception is when compared to able-bodied children, they have less of a chance of amounting to anything. The UN country coordinator who was represented by his deputy, commended the country's efforts in ensuring that people living with disabilities are afforded equal opportunities and rights as those able-bodied people.
The UN in Swaziland remains committed to supporting His Majesty's government.
The entertainment provided at the event was exclusively rendered by people who, in one way or the other, live with a disability. They showcased some of their works and skills, indeed proving that